What is going on, traders? We're back with another monthly Q&A. So going to be breaking down all of your guys' questions that you asked me on Instagram. You guys asked me some fantastic questions, so I'm super excited to run over all of them. Remember, I'm doing these every single month, so if you guys want to ask me any questions whatsoever, head over to my Instagram, aaron.trades, and I will put up a story every single month where you guys can ask me absolutely anything from trading, psychology, life, travel, whatever it may be. You guys can shoot me over the questions and we're going to answer them all here. And it gives me an opportunity to share more about my journey. You know, on this channel, I share a lot of travel or technicals, but for you guys who are interested and want to learn more about my story, how I got started in trading, all that sort of thing, then these Q&As are going to be exactly where I do that. So this video is going to kind of go into two parts because I started to record part one before I even started to record the intro and this part. So apologies for that. But either way, you guys asked some fantastic questions and I'm super excited to dive in and share them with you guys as well. And you guys can ask me personal questions, whatever you want. I'm going to be answering everything. People have asked me, have I blown accounts before? Absolutely. I will share everything for you guys and show you the reality of what it's like to become a full-time trader. So with that being said, let's roll the clip of where I started this Q&A. All right, first question. How long did it take you before you became profitable? It took me a lot longer than what it maybe takes most people these days. When I first started in trading, we didn't have as many resources as we do now. So I kind of had to filter through all the bullshit and do many of different courses before I could understand what worked and what didn't. So I would say I was unsuccessful in trading for at least 2 years before then I started to find some consistency. So I've been trading for around 5 years now. So the first 2 years were just pure failure. And I'm absolutely not afraid to show anyone who tells you they've become consistent and profitable in a matter of weeks or a few months is simply lying to you. It is possible to become more consistently profitable quicker now because there's a lot more tools out there. There's a lot more genuine places to learn how to trade, i.e. FWA trading, link below. And that's also the main reason why I also started my community and started sharing my trades, because I want people to come to a real good place where they want to actually learn how to become traders. I'll teach them the right way. I'll share them my strategy, all the failures I've gone through to build my own consistent plan. I give it to everyone in there as long as it's sharing all of my trades live. But it took me 2 years to become somewhat consistent, and then after that it was just constant progression, and I'm always learning and always moving forward. Best place I've ever visited. Now that's a hard one. I have traveled to quite a few places on my trading journey, but I would say the best place in terms of digital nomad life, the weather, the food, the people, the time zones is Thailand. My time in Thailand across Bangkok, Chiang Mai, Phuket was absolutely incredible. I was eating good food every day. The weather was good. I was exercising. I was swimming. I was in the sun, and that was having a positive impact on my trading. When I'm doing these things that make me feel good and happy, which is the reason I'm in the Gold Coast right now because the weather's beautiful, these things make me trade a lot better. What embraced you to take action on your dream life? Not doing it and wondering what if. Imagine what life could be if only you put in 100% into whatever it is you wanted to do. It was always the thought of not knowing. Like, I would never be happy just living a normal life. Not that there's anything wrong with that. A lot of people are happy with doing that, but you either have that drive or you don't. And for me, I was never happy and never will be happy just living that normal, go to work, earn your money, and just be complacent in life. Like I say, there's nothing wrong with that, but for me, I knew there was much more outside of that reality, and I knew what trading could do, and I will do whatever it takes to achieve that. Late nights, early mornings, long hours on the laptop, whatever it takes, I will always put my mind to it and do whatever it is you want to do. You put in the work, you put your mind to it, and there's absolutely no reason why you can't achieve whatever it is you want to achieve. Would you say you live a minimalist lifestyle, and does that have a positive impact on your trading? Yes, very much so. I don't have a lot of stuff. I have 2 bags. I have a suitcase and a backpack, and that's pretty much all possessions I own. I don't like having a lot of stuff. I haven't always been minimalistic. I used to have, the job, the car, all of these things that I just didn't want anymore. There's nothing more satisfying knowing that at any point I can get up, pack my life into a suitcase and be somewhere else in the world and I'll be okay. More stuff just for me means more problems. I'm very much happy just doing what I'm doing and living the minimalist life. And it's exactly the same for me as trading. I keep my technicals advanced, but at the same time, super simple. And I focus mainly on execution and no hesitation. So I would say my trading plan is somewhat minimalistic as well, where we have very good simple confluences that yield very, very good results. How much time do you spend in each country you visit on average? Good question, and I don't really have an answer. It's completely dependent on when I get bored or not. I've been around Europe for a few weeks. I maybe last time I was in Europe, I spent a couple of days in Portugal. I then went and spent a few weeks in Oslo, and then I went back home for a few weeks. And now I'm back here again. When I was in Thailand, I was there for a month, I believe. Last time I was in New Zealand, I was there for probably around a month as well. But I don't really have like a structured plan of how long I plan to stay there. I pretty much book a one-way flight and just kind of go from there. That's the main thing I did when I very first started traveling and trading is I didn't have a lot of money. I was consistent. I was making around, let's say, 2,000 to 3,000 a month. And I would book a one-way ticket to Europe, and I would just go to wherever the next cheapest flight would be. I would go on Google, search for flights from where I was to anywhere in Europe, and wherever there was a cheap flight in the place that looked cool, I'd be like, fuck it, let's go there. I'm going to Australia in October for a while. Any tips? I'm still pretty new to the Australia life and moving to Australia, so any tips is don't go in the sea because it's absolutely full of sharks. No, I'm just kidding. I have actually been in the sea. Finally, a lot of you guys have been asking. Yes, I've been for a swim in the sea, and surprisingly, I haven't been eaten by a shark. But any tips is embrace and enjoy the lifestyle here. People are very much more laid back compared to back home in England. People are much more outdoorsy, so get involved in the outdoors things. Go for a swim, go down the sea, go surfing, do all them good things, and do things you wouldn't normally do back at home. When you first started trading, how did you fund it? Personal accounts, etc. So when I first started trading, the amount of prop firms that there were about today, I didn't have them back then. So for me, it was very much just working, saving, and grinding away, which I honestly wouldn't change a thing. I think a lot of people these days get too focused on these prop firms that they forget about going out, actually building income and then putting into a trading account. You have to work a lot harder for your money and work a lot harder to build your trading account, whereas things these days just seem, should I say, too easily accessible. I would recommend you guys, depending on your circumstances, is go get a job doing something you enjoy, whether it be full-time, part-time, save as much money as you can and fund your capital that way. Remember, if you're trading with, let's say, a 50k ftmo account, which seems like great capital, you can only lose 10%, so you're actually only trading a $5,000 account. Whether that's real or not, who knows, but I would say it's much better for you just to try and fund your account that way, as opposed to just being so focused on saving $1,000, buying a challenge, making them 15%, and then having to do it all over again. Fund your own account, get a job, and remember, you don't have to work a 9 to 5 and trade on the side. There's many people who do many digital nomad jobs, whether it be social media marketing and they just work from their laptops. When I was in Thailand, there was people sat on the beach just hiring out jet skis. Go be a yoga teacher on the beach, or go be a surfing instructor. Go do something that you want to enjoy. We had Garth in the community who was a skydiving instructor in Dubai. Go do some cool shit like that, because once you do a job that you enjoy, then that's going to have a positive impact on your charts. If you work a 9 to 5 job and you absolutely hate your life, and then you come back in the evening and you want to trade well, it's going to turn out really badly for you, because you're going to have all of that negativity, which is going to have a negative impact on the chart. So work a job, fund your account, go for prop firms if you're ready, but don't do a job that you hate and that you feel negative from, because that's going to have a negative impact on your charts. So yes, I funded my account, funded my account from working, saving, and now doing a few prop firm challenges now that I'm more consistently profitable. And then continuing the questions on here for you guys is, do you share all your trades on your Discord? Absolutely. I share every single trade that I've ever posted on social media, YouTube or Instagram, I have shared before in the community. So I share all of my FX trades live in the live trades channel of the Discord community. And these are predominantly short-term to medium-term swings where I'll execute these on the hourly to the 4-hourly, and sometimes we'll hold this for a day to sometimes even a week or maybe 2. And then in terms of the more quicker moves, the scalping moves on, let's say the NASDAQ, most of the time what we'll do is we'll jump on a live Zoom call and everyone can kind of tune in, watch me trade live, and then we can kind of enter the positions together, as well as we have the market chat where we discussed all trades, I share all my analysis, and we all just talk everything about the markets. But yes, everything that I've ever shown, if some people think, oh my god, this guy is crazy, I've shared every single thing live, so anyone for the past 4 years can go back and see every single trade. Remember guys, for some of you who are maybe new here, I traded live for free on Telegram, sharing every single trade for absolutely free for, I think it was around 2 years before I even started the community. And my whole idea and reason for that was it basically started off as a journal, and then it gained loads of attraction, and it got to a point where I just kind of wanted to blow all these other fake Fugazi traders out the water. And then we got scam accounts, we got people taking my free trades into their paid trades group, and that's why I then ended up creating the community. In your opinion, what are the best prop firms? There's so many that it's too difficult to say. I would stick to the ones that have a good reputation that you know of right now. There's a lot popping up that are new and they seem good, but for me personally, I would stick to the ones that are well known. So for that, ftmo, my Forex funds, one that I'm currently testing, I'm going to be sharing with you guys on in a minute, is Blue Forex funds. And there's other companies for futures such as aaron.trades, Top Step Funding. There's a lot out there, but the main thing you need to do is understand if the firm fits your trading style, and just kind of do a little bit of research and make sure they're fully legit before you just send across money without really knowing what it's about, and make sure that the rules are fair as well. I have someone in the community who did a challenge with 5%ers, and they've just been an absolute nightmare. They completely mess with your risk, so that's the only company that I currently know of right now that I would say to stay away from. But with that being said, I don't want to say too much. I'm going to try and review and document as many prop firms as I can and kind of share it with you guys here. If you have any prop firms that you want me to kind of try and review, then leave a comment below and I'll give them a test. They say don't trade while you travel. How do you do it? What kind of mentality do you keep? I don't know who says not to trade and travel. The only way I would say don't trade and travel is don't trade on the days where you're actually traveling, on the days where you're going to catch a flight or you can't be on the laptop. That's the only days I would say don't trade and travel. But for me personally, traveling and trading was one of the best things I ever did. Don't get me wrong, I love having a home desk and I love having that home setup. But in order for you to become a more successful trader, you need to be doing something that stimulates your mind, okay? And doing something that makes you happy. For me, that's travel. So whenever I'm out traveling, I'm exploring new places, I feel good. That has a positive impact on my trading, because if I'm at home, I'm sitting on a desk, I'm stressed, I don't really go out that much, which is very easy to do, kind of just sitting there forcing things, where when I'm traveling, I might take a trade. If I take a loss, guess what? I'm going to go outside and I'm going to go explore a new city and I'm going to quickly forget about. Or if I take a fantastic trade, then cool, I'm going to go eat at a nice restaurant and go explore some sort of touristy thing the next day. So for me, traveling and trading has literally been one of the best things ever. So I highly encourage you guys to, if you gain some funding, build up the capital a little bit, and then at one point, just do what I did and just say, fuck it, pack up the suitcase, grab your laptop, sell everything you own, and just go on the road, have no plan, and just see where life takes you. That's what I did. And then here we are today, and it was one of the best things I ever did. And I would say to everyone who wants to trade and travel, 100% do it. You can go live in, Bali or Asia, making 1,000 to 3,000 a month and be living a very, very good life. And guess what? You don't need to be making 10,000 per month to be doing this. You don't need to buy the fancy car. You don't need to do all these materialistic things. Traveling and trading will open your eyes to a lot more things that you can even imagine. That it's only until you actually do it that you fully understand how it has a positive impact on your trading. But trust me, even just for a holiday, book a trip completely spontaneously for next week, whatever it may be. Grab your laptop and just go and just trade and travel in a new country, and let me know how it makes you feel, because I think it will massively improve your game and improve your mentality. Top 5 tips to be safe while traveling. I don't know that I've experienced any times where I haven't felt safe. A lot of it comes from just doing the non-touristy things, understand where you are, your surroundings, try and stay in nice places or nice areas. There's some areas that obviously in some places you're not going to want to go to, but then just kind of try and avoid them as much as possible, and don't walk around looking like an absolute tourist. So for me, which I shared in one of my other videos, is whenever I don't know where I'm going or I need directions, I just put my AirPods in and I have all my maps, and it kind of tells me where to go. So I'm not like a tourist walking around with a maps and a massive backpack sticking out like an absolute sore thumb, absolutely asking to get robbed. And try and meet people in that place. It's very easy to meet traders all over the world. Most of the places I've been to, I've always met up with someone or some sort of trader, and it's always good to learn about people who are from that place, and they can kind of give you the lowdown on how to be safe, where to go, where not to go. But to be honest, most of the time, just be confident and kind of just do a little bit of background research before you even go to the place. Okay, so last but not least, max percent risk that I will take on a trade. Now, completely depends on a few circumstances and the instrument that I'm trading. So if I'm trading FX and I'm trading it on a prop firm challenge, I'll be trading between 1% to 2% risk. Majority of the time I just stick to 1%, and if you guys are new to trading, I would always advise just to stick to 1% and don't mess around with risk management. In trading, you have an entire plan for risk management as well. You need a risk management plan. A risk management plan entails a lot more than just 1% risk per trade. There's a lot more to it than that, and there's many things that I do to be able to take larger risks on different positions, and that's kind of hedging and anchoring myself in the markets to be able to do so. For instance, on Wednesday's video, I was short the Nasdaq, and the reason I was able to execute a larger short than normal was because I had longs running that were massively leveraging my account and leveraging me to be able to take a little bit more risk. So my entire risk management plan in terms of, how to build your account, how to build hedges, how to build anchors is only strictly kept within the community because it's one of the biggest secrets that unfortunately I just wouldn't give away for free. It's something that's taken me years and years to develop and build and learn through all the mistakes before I actually work on my risk management plan. But if you're new to trading, the max you should be risking is 2% max. Now, that's it. That's all your guys' questions answers. Thank you very much for all of the questions. And like I say, if you want me to answer your questions in next month's video, then head on to my Instagram, aaron.trades, and look out for my stories where I'll be posting the Q&A section. You guys can answer me absolutely anything. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a fantastic weekend and a fantastic trading session next week, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.